And we are joined now in the Harvey Norman Lounge by Beauty EQ's editor Trudi Brewer. Good morning.
Good morning, Mel.
And we're talking concealers today.
I know, and I had about 5 hours sleep last night, so I have a lot on.
And you know what? You can't even tell. You look fresh as a daisy. Concealer's something very near and dear to my heart because I've always had dark circles under my eyes, so something I've used pretty much since I was a teenager. First up, let's talk about the difference between a corrector and a concealer. Not the same thing.
Not the same thing. So a corrector actually takes away the darkness under the eyes, or a lot of people have redness, you know, that they want to correct around the nose area. So depending on the colour, it'll actually take away the uneven colour, and then you would apply a concealer over the top.
Oh, so for all these years, I've just been layering more concealer on. That's been the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, and I think women do that, and what happens is they look in the mirror and they think I've got way too much makeup on because they've put on the concealer that doesn't have any colour correcting pigments in it. Yes, it's a little bit thicker in consistency than a foundation, but it actually just doesn't do the work to correct.
So what do you apply first, corrector or concealer?
Always corrector. So I would put on a primer under my foundation after a moisturiser, then the corrector, then your concealer. And you know what? Often I will just get away with a light powder then, not have to wear foundation at all, which is quite nice.
And you've got a video for us that shows
I've
exactly
done
how
a
to do
little
it.
video. Yeah.
Excellent.
So this month particularly, Bobbi Brown have a real focus on layering your correctors and concealers. So I went to learn the real deal on how to apply concealer.
So what is your best concealer tip then?
Always apply an eye cream first, because a lot of women apply makeup under the eye area and it's naturally quite dry because we don't have any oil glands there. So always apply an eye cream. Then the neutralising of that darkness and redness with a peach tone corrector.
Oh, okay.
And then you add the concealer and or foundation. And I generally use a corrector and a mineral powder, or a corrector, concealer and a mineral powder, and just get away with wearing a very light makeup.
Because I thought it was like a purple colour that you put on to correct the dark circles.
There are purple and green. The purple takes away the darkness and the green takes away the redness to counteract that. You need to be a little bit careful with those coloured concealers though, because without knowing what you're doing, you can look like you've got purple under your eyes. So it's only a tiny, tiny little bit.
And not what we want. So which are the products that you brought in for us today?
Well, the first up is the corrector, the Bobbi Brown little corrector. A light peach. Now, I guessed your shade because I thought getting up early in the morning for your breakfast gig, I guessed your shade, so that's a light peach. A lot of people are scared of that colour peach. They think, oh, it's going to look really awful on my skin. It's not my skin tone.
Okay.
But it actually corrects the darkness and blends seamlessly.
So I put that on first.
And then you would layer over the concealer, which is, I bought the matching Bobbi Brown concealer in there. So you would layer that on over the top, which is just a neutral. And you know, with a concealer, the idea is to choose the exact colour of your skin tone, not lighter or darker. Not lighter or darker. A lot of women use a very light concealer, and if they've got bags under their eyes, that will really accentuate it because the lightness brings forward.
You are really
and the darkness recedes. So try and go for a colour exactly the same, particularly with bags, because if you're trying to correct puffiness and you put a lighter concealer on, it actually exaggerates it.
So quickly tell me about this one.
So that's just a little pro kit from MAC that I bought into, which is really clever. That one, you can see I've used that one. You can blend your own shade because not a lot of women have different tones under the eye area. They might be darkness or lightness, so you can blend your own shade, customise your own shade. Touche Eclat, YSL. Celebrating 25 years, I bought that in. Now that is a concealer and a highlighter. So my favourite trick with that one is just a little bit on the inside corner of the eye or above the brow.
And you can put it down on your chin, can't you?
Yes.
I've been reading the
on the
brochure.
Cupid's bow. Yeah, it was really nice.
I've been swearing by that for years. And what about this one finally?
Well, that's my little budget buy that I thought we have to talk about. It's new. It's in the Infallible range for L'Oreal Paris. That is where you're talking about having the purple and the green correctors in there too. I always blend those together with the beige tones though, because you don't want to look like you're wearing purple or green eyeshadow under your eye.
You don't. Excellent. That has been incredibly informative today, as usual.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Trudi. Now, for more from Trudi from her website, you can go to get more of Trudi's tips from beautyeq.co.nz.